Alright, movie club, you know the deal. This is going to be my review for Poolhall Junkies. And all I could say about this movie is that this movie is okay. It's decent. You know, you can't really say really anything positive or negative about it. It's just this movie's just kind of there. And I think the biggest issue I had with this movie is that I understand doing a movie about, hustling people out of money about pool billiards, but it's been done before and it's been done much better with The Hustler and The Color of Money. Those were great movies about hustling people, playing pool, and they were a lot more successful than this because I'd never heard of this movie going into it. And and here's the thing is that this is like a few other movies that we've done for Movie Club too, where you know where the movie's gonna go. You know what's going to happen. It is so predictable. And don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with being predictable if it's good. And like I said, this movie was decent. There were good parts and there were bad parts. And as far as the acting goes, there's nobody really special in this movie. I think the only people I had heard going into it were, was it Paul Schrader, something like that? The kid from Silver Spoons in the 80s, and Christopher Walken. And Christopher Walken was my favorite part of the movie, just because he will make any movie entertaining as long as he is in it. That might be one of my big complaints. There was not enough Christopher Walken in this movie. Because he's come to the point where it's like a few other actors as well. He's kind of like Gary Busey in that he himself has turned into a character. Okay, whenever I see him in a movie, I just see Christopher Walken. I almost picture it like he just walked onto the set and they're like, all right, let's put him in the movie. Like, he wasn't even supposed to be there. He just kind of stumbled on there. Uh, but as for everyone else, whatever. They did all right. They did okay. Nothing too spectacular about it. Um, trying to think what else there is to talk about. One of the big positives of this movie, and it's kind of something that I've gone over before that I liked with other movies, kind of like The Kite Runner. I really loved the cinematography in this movie. I loved all the different angles that they had for the pool shots. Uh, everything like that. Like, I know the lead actor who also directed the movie is a bit of a pool shark himself, but everyone else in this movie that actually did play pool, we saw them on screen. We saw that they can play pool very well. In fact, I actually read Christopher Walken, the trick shot that he made to beat, what was it, Johnny's girlfriend's boss. He did that in one take. They were gonna give him like a trial setup, like, all right, do this before the cameras roll, and he's like, no, fuck it, let's do it right now. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Uh, and so, yeah, that was something I thought was cool because you can picture Christopher Walken, you can just picture Christopher Walken doing that. Then again, I can picture Christopher Walken doing a lot of things, so that doesn't really stand out. All in all, this is a decent movie. It's nothing I'm going to remember in like a couple of months from now. Would I recommend this movie? Not really. If you're a fan of pool, fan of billiards, yeah. But outside of that, there's no real reason why you should watch this movie. If you want to watch a movie about pool, I would watch The Hustler and The Color of Money because those are much better movies about pool. I'm out. Peace.